היה לי ככה בימים האחרונים, לא ידעתי איך לדבר ומה להגיד. היה לי איזה מין שיח פנימי עם מייקל. מה אני הולך להגיד? הוא אמר לי, דבר איתם כמו שהיית מדבר איתי. So, I had an internal dialogue in the past few days with Michael. How should I address these things? And he said, just speak like you spoke to me. So with Michael, I spoke in fluent Hebrew. Then there was a minute of quiet, and he said, can you repeat the important words in English? So I really don't know if that's what we meant with Michael when he spoke about the second home in Israel for lone soldiers. The main thing he talked about was a place for lone soldiers to meet, to have a snake, to read some Hebrew literature that is translated to other languages, and to have a big TV screen to watch the Super Bowl. אז אמרתי, אני לא יודע אם לזה מייקל התכוון באמת שיש לנו. הוא רצה מקום שיהיה בית שני לחיילים בודדים להיפגש, שיהיה מקום לאכול משהו, להיפגש, ושיהיה מסך גדול של טלוויזיה לסופרבול. הישראלים לא מבינים כך מה זה סופרבול, גם אני לא. אוקיי. When Michael spoke about the center, I didn't understand what he was talking about. I must admit. When he talked about a place for lone soldiers to meet, I said, okay, Mike. But when I was going to retire from the Jewish agency, many ex-lone soldiers asked me to continue doing what I'm doing. And I said, what did I do? Maybe I was a little bit nicer to the soldiers, but what did I do? And they said, you don't understand what your place was. We went to meet at Tziki's. We came to eat at Tziki's, which was true because once came a girl and she said to my office and she said, where is Tziki's? I said, Tziki is me. And she said, no, where is Tziki? אמרתי שלא מבינים אנגלית אגב, אז אני יכול לא לדבר כמו עם מייקל? כן? So, and then in Hebrew we say Simona fell, the token fell, what Michael spoke about. And in the beginning I didn't want to open a non-profit. I found a place, never mind where, small room, and I thought I'll start looking after lone soldiers there. Came along another guy that I knew that came to eat in my house every now and then, that his brother was adopted in my house. Josh, he just finished the army. He was already registered for second degree. And he said, okay, I'll come for 3 months. And one day he told me, you know, this will be a big center. Many people will walk to it. I said, walk? This is only a place to volunteer. And then called us people from Tel Aviv, and they said, we knew Mikey as well, we want to have a center as well. Called people from Haifa. Josh brought Jared in, although I knew Jared from a while ago. So Josh brought Jared, and that's how we started. The whole organization started with 4,000 shekels. Each one gave from his own pocket to pay the agra.
No word for it.
Okay.
There's no word for it.
To rent, to hire a post box as it needed, a stamp, and that was it. That's how we started. And we started in one room, one chair, one computer. If you got up, somebody has to. And that's how we started 5 years ago. I mean, if it was going according to what I thought and what Michael thought, I think we would have stayed in that little room still. Josh came along and he made this place an empire with Jared, with some other people, volunteers and people that are working here. And I'm going to many meetings with today we are not only only with soldiers, and we are dealing also with post-soldiers, with all kinds of things after the army, a lot of education projects. Josh and the others are building the community of lone soldiers, and I must admit, where is Asher? Asher is still here? Asher Shapiro is still here? Okay, when Asher came along and offered to have a Friday night for lone soldiers at the Great Synagogue, I said, maybe we'll be able to drag 25 people. And Josh and Gerard showed that I'm thinking like an old man. There were 80 people in the beginning, and since then, every month about 200. We have a center in Tel Aviv that now is here somewhere, is running it. And we have a new population that we are working with. The new population is the lone soldiers from Israel. And the people who grew up, unfortunately, without their families, or came out from the Haredi homes. After the last war, after the last war, Tziki Aud, after the last war, when the mayor of Jerusalem, by the way, he was the only mayor, the only municipality that traveled around the whole country to all of the hospitals to visit all of the wounded people from their town. And Nir Barkat came to me in one of the hospitals. Tziki is not in the army anymore, so I can always. And he said, you know what? All of these people that, in a way, we never thought about, they're wonderful, they're great. And today I sat in a meeting with the municipality, and we'll start investing in these people, in these young people. Itzi came from abroad. He came from a Haredi society. You know anything about your life. The people after that doesn't know Hebrew, and you're coming from, and they are a bit older, you can talk to him in Yiddish. I speak to him only in Yiddish. He was wounded in the last war. And so we are dealing also with other communities of lone soldiers that are not particularly the people who came from abroad, and they are particularly the lone soldiers. And together we are building a lot of education projects. I invite all of you to be part of the center. You want to be part of the educational activities, all the education projects that we are running. Okay, I had 2 minutes, but because before the lone soldiers I worked with Ethiopian communities, so 2 minutes there is my 2 minutes. I decide how long. I'll let Josh now to talk. Before I finish, I want to thank the people that in a way pay the big price with working with the lone soldiers. I want to thank my wife and my parents. Over there is my son, that when they came back from the army, they didn't know where exactly they are going to sleep that night.
Thank you, Tziki.
Thank you all for coming out, for showing your support, and truthfully, your love. As far as I'm concerned, just want to share one message, and that's a message of family and love. Arya Bronwitz actually wrote something beautiful about the same topic yesterday's Jerusalem Post. You can read up more, type in Arya Bronwitz Jerusalem Post to find the article. But for me, it's been a very hard month for all of us, for all of Am Yisrael, because we're one family. I had I'm the oldest brother in this country, and I had 2 younger brothers who I do not have very much contact with for the past month because they've both been in and out of Gaza on missions. And for all of us at the center, I think for everyone in this room who live here in Israel or abroad, or your parents of soldiers going in and out of harm's way, went in and out of a horrible, horrible, horrible place to try to defend what is good and what is right. And that's the reason I'm so passionate. I do not care what time of day it is. I don't think I don't think I've been working at the center officially for 5 months, and it's hard for me to say I work there because I don't work. It's something like it's an amazing feeling when you do something that I don't care what time it is. Neither is Jared, neither is Ari, neither is Tziki or any of us. It doesn't matter what is going on. It's our family. Just like if you have to pick if your kid's sick and you need to stay home and take your kid to the doctor, that's not an act of work. That's an act of love. And for all of us, that's why we're here. That's why you're here, because we love each other and we need to keep the message and the feelings in this room and that this organization both permeates and hopefully brings in and whatever sends it out as well. We need to do a very good job making sure that message and that love for who we are as a people and who we are as a family, because we're a family. It's something that terrifies me at times when different parts of the Jewish people just aren't there with us, because we're one family, we have one land, we have one language, we have one nation, and we need to do everything we can, both for lone soldiers and for Am Yisrael Klal, to do everything we can to protect that family. A nation is made up of individual families, and I guess, yeah, what I've learned from being involved here from day one is the power of that institution, a family, and how, when there is a lack of a family, how easy it actually is to create one. Just getting up, giving your car keys, giving your truck, giving a bed, giving the small things, because they're all small things that a person needs to have somewhat of a normal life. And if each of us can just do that little bit more to look out for our fellow Jew, our fellow family member, then this world and this people will be so much better and so much stronger, and we'll succeed in the mission that the guy upstairs gave us, to be a light to the nations. It's the easiest thing on earth. It's really just taking care of each other, and we need to make sure that we succeed in taking care, yes, of a vulnerable population of lone soldiers who are kind of coming here on one foot, no language, no family, not knowing which way forward. But if we can include them in the family and instill in them the love that they already have, just make sure it doesn't go out. The love that they have for this country, they have for this people, to make sure their journey is successful as possible, then I can't guarantee everyone's going to end up being a Michael Oren, but
I don't wish that on anybody.
he's already taken upon himself to tutor 2 lone soldiers, rooting for both of them, even though one's in my family and one's not. But Andrew, we're rooting for you too, to switch out Michael's big shoes one day in Washington to represent this family in the United States, and yeah, let's all succeed taking care of this family wherever we go. Thank you very much.
טוב, אז שוב פעם, אני אפילו לא... I can't say anything after those type of words. אבל באמת, אני יודע שצפו פה, יש המון אוכל, יש מלא מנדבים שמסתובבים, אתה רואה מישהו מחוצה, תשאל אותם, מה אתה עושה, מאיפה אתה, מה? יש ברק, יש נתן, יש בני פה, יש מלא חבר'ה חיילים בודדים פה שכרגע יצאו מכל מיני מקומות, אחד מתקבל בדיוק ליחידה חדשה עכשיו, אז באמת תשארו פה, יש קפה, יש קאבה, יש בירות, מה שאתם רוצים, תהיו חלק מהמשפחה, ו thank you very much for everyone for coming, and